Sensitivity does not equal bad or wrong or flawed or something that needs to be fixed. And when someone thinks that our sensitivity needs to be fixed, that sensitivity actually escalates because we are getting the in-between relational cues of unsafe or danger that puts us into fight or flight mode, just like it does our dogs. Hi, I'm Kathy Kowalik, and I believe that our dogs connect us to the heart and soul of what really matters in life. So hang out, and we'll take a deep dive into the human-dog connection and explore strategies that will inspire you to create legendary, enlightened partnership with your dog. This is the Enlightened by Dogs podcast. Well, hello, I'm Kathy Kowalik, and I'm delighted to spend a few minutes with you today. Welcome. Now, today, I want to bring forward a few of the partnership principles that I've been talking about lately to, warm us up for the message that I'm sharing with you today, which is how our dog's personality traits influence felt safety, sensitivity, and connection, along with some strategic reframes for common struggles for each personality type. By the way, if you don't know your dog's primary personality type traits yet, download the Ultimate Guide to Understanding Your Dog's Personality PDF and take the personality assessment quiz. You'll find the link to do that, the link to the Ultimate Guide, somewhere here on this page, wherever you're listening to this podcast. Okay, so let's bring forward a few important points that I've been sharing with you lately. Number one, there are many factors that contribute to a dog's subjective experience, and an important consideration is a dog's level of sensitivity to life experiences and circumstances. Number two, I have found that the most intelligent dogs, the most attuned dogs, the dogs most likely to be our brilliant partner are also the most sensitive dogs. Said another way, the hardest dogs are the bestest dogs if you want a true partner. Number three, what if we nurtured the dog that is right here today, right here in front of us, instead of the dog we wish we had? Woo, that's a big one. Life and partnership building can be so much easier when we shift our perspective about what's happening and then take steps to really, truly listen to our dog, this dog that's right here with us today. Number four, it's how we respond to our dog's big behaviors that matter. It's not the behavior itself. We're the ones that our dogs look to for information and guidance on how to navigate through our world together, not with a do as I say, not as I do approach. Well, that would be obedience and behavior training, but with a follow my lead, you can trust me to make good choices that we both will love kind of approach. Number five, the truth is, reactivity takes two to spiral out of control and become an embedded default autonomic response. Please stop blaming your dog. Number six, sensitivity does not equal bad or wrong or flawed or something that needs to be fixed. And when someone thinks that our sensitivity needs to be fixed, that sensitivity actually escalates because we are getting the in-between relational cues of unsafe or danger that puts us into fight or flight mode, just like it does our dogs. All right, now let's dig a little deeper today, okay? So, how can you signal cues of safety and connection for your dog instead of cues of unsafe and danger? Well, with a mindset that shifts toward deeper understanding through empathy. It goes like this. When you change the way you think about your dog's behavior will change. So, here's the next piece I want to pull in. Understanding personality traits and how they influence behavior, and our understanding of our dog's unique experience of the environment and felt safety, connection, and protection can be a real game changer in our life with dogs. The five element theory and how we express through personalities really helped me to see myself and my own traits, my own sensitivities, my own perspective of the world around me. And ultimately, that helped me to see my dogs through that lens of personality traits too. It was so powerful and so profoundly helped me to understand my dogs better and my responses to my dogs and why we each do the things we do and why we have such different subjective experiences of the same, seemingly the same experience, that I developed the personality type assessment for dogs to help other dog moms get that same benefit of that much deeper insight about their own dogs. So let's take a closer look at the personality types from the perspective of how that impacts felt safety and connection in ordinary life experiences with our dogs. All right, so I have this categorized by personality type. All right, first up, magician or fire type. It's a pretty common personality type, primary or secondary in dogs. So the key words for magician are joy, excitement, quick to respond, social. And when magician fire type dogs are misunderstood, they can become anxious, agitated, frenzied, nervous. And what balances that out is that their superpower is spirited. Now, let's think about this. How would a magician type dog feel from being restrained by a leash and prevented from socializing, or to be ignored until they sit still for a greeting, which is a common strategy, right? So consider either of those two scenarios. How do you imagine that a magician type dog feels? Safe or unsafe? Well, the answer is definitely unsafe. They are getting cues of danger and unsafe from that type of experience. And so, well, what does that mean? That we should like drop the leash and let our dog run willy-nilly, creating a party wherever they go? Well, no, absolutely not. It does mean that we make better decisions based on knowing what is hard and what is easy. When we know what will test our relationship with our dogs beyond the breaking point, well, we make better decisions. For example, we're going to choose not to go to the shoulder to shoulder, jam packed concert event because we don't enjoy that type of a scenario. And instead, we'll choose to go to a more spacious musical experience that we truly enjoy. We're not going to take our very active toddler to a fancy sit-down restaurant with pristine white linens and crystal glassware. Oh my gosh. Instead, we're going to choose an outdoor picnic or maybe Chuck E. Cheese, right? And we're not going to take our magician fire dog on a leashed walk in a busy place filled with noisy, active families and kids running around kicking a ball, because that would be really hard. Instead, we'll either walk somewhere quiet that we could both enjoy without all that needing all that restraint from wanting to join in, right? So either choose to walk somewhere different, somewhere quieter, or we'll have a fun play session instead of a leashed walk. Yeah, makes sense? So we use this information, this knowledge to make better decisions. Okay, what about our nurturer earth types? Those personality traits are nurturing, very willing to join up with us in creating family harmony and doing things together. These dogs are slow and steady. Yeah. Now, when misunderstood, nurturer type dogs can become worried, stressed, overprotective, needy, kind of like helicopter moms. Yeah. And on the other hand, their superpower is devoted. So let's think about, how would a nurturer type dog feel being locked away from you or from the family, or prevented from comforting you when you needed comforting, or made to hurry up because you're late for work? Would that nurture dog feel safe or unsafe? Well, unsafe for sure. So we want to think about how we might include our dog instead of isolating them, and intentionally allow plenty of time for our slow, steady dog instead of stressing out, trying to hurry them and motivate them to go faster. Yeah, so sometimes it's just this the simplest of shifts can make such a big difference in our life with our dogs. All right, let's take a quick peek at the organizer metal type dog. These dogs are reserved, analytical, perfectionist, methodical. They like structure and routine. Now, when these dogs are misunderstood, organizer type dogs can become anxious, withdrawn, inflexible, rigid, bossy, the fun police, yeah. And on the other hand, their superpower is persistent. They won't give up. That we can love that about organizer type dogs. So, how would an organizer type dog feel when corrected for making a mistake? Or maybe when you make a mistake that impacts them, or when life feels unpredictable to them? Would they feel safe or unsafe? Well, no doubt about it, this dog will feel unsafe. Think about it. Your organizer dog is already sort of a perfectionist and does not like to make mistakes. They really don't like doing that, right? They're trying hard not to. And so we want to think about, how can you better dialogue with your dog when you're learning new things? Kind of normalizing the idea of trying again as a happy part of the process. So, for example, if you're learning and building competency with a new agility skill, how can you make each experience an adventure in learning and collaboration that you and your dog will both love? So make the mistakes a good part of the structure and routine. You see what I'm saying? It's a simple thing that we could do that was going to make a big, big difference. All right, what about our sage or water type dogs? So these dogs are really good listeners. They are keen observers, self-sufficient, very curious, clever, intelligent. When they're misunderstood, sage type dogs can become fearful, timid, suspicious, unforgiving, aloof. And contrasting that, their superpower is curious. Like, how cool is that? So, how would a sage type dog feel about losing their agency to decide if something or someone was okay just because you said so? Will our sage dog feel safe or unsafe? Well, I can tell you, really, really unsafe. Our sage dogs are not designed to do as I say just because I said so, or to automatically trust a person, an experience, or a place just because you said it's okay. So we want to think about it like this. How can you choose experiences that give your sage dog plenty of time and space to make up their own mind without pressure or expectation from you? They need to lead the process, yeah? And how can you advocate for your dog so that no one else is putting pressure on them to comply or accept either? Yeah, so we see this oftentimes in like social situations, like a visitor or someone, a guest, a friend, a family member comes over and our dog is suspicious and unsure, and we want to advocate for our dog and just let them go where they want, when they want, how they want it, be alone, be away, whatever they let them decide. And that's going to help them to feel safe and heard and understood. And we already know that that opens up a lot of doors for expansion and being brave and bold. Yeah. All right. Explorer type dog. So this is the wood element. So explorer wood dogs are strong, assertive, bold, energetic, very quick to respond. When misunderstood, explorer type dogs can become defensive, angry, intolerant, impatient. We can imagine that that is contrasted with their superpower. They are driven. They have a lot of motivation and a lot of inspiration, right? And so let's think about, how would an explorer type dog feel about walking on a leash at a human pace for very long? Safe or unsafe? Well, I can tell you most definitely unsafe. Now, does that mean that your explorer dog will never love walking with you, or that you can never leash your dog for a walk? No, it means that you'll make choices that make it easy for leashed walks. Yeah, especially as you build your partnership. So, for example, maybe you'll have a solid round of active running play first, like a game of fetch or a really active game of hide and seek, find me. Then, after that session, bridge that to a leashed walk with a short session of search and find that will help your dog to wind down with a soft transition. Now they're ready to partner with you on that leashed walk. Starting to make sense now? All right. The other thing I'll add here today is that real magic can happen when you also factor in your sensitivities and personality preferences and make choices that will keep both you and your dog feeling safe, connected, and happy. So, for example, If you're a social butterfly, like a magician, an extrovert, which is the fire personality, and your dog is a sage water personality, more quiet and introspective, more of an introvert, yeah. Leaving your dog home for a quiet nap while you go off to a party with your friends and family, now that's a choice that will make both of you a lot happier. For example, we have one Brilliant Partners Academy member that has worked this out beautifully with her two dogs who each have different personalities and different sensitivities and needs. When her sensitive dog is feeling stressed because of, let's say, distant thunder and doesn't want to stay out for a long walk, well, what she does is they all go out for a short walk for potty and a bit of a leg stretch. And then the sensitive dog gets taken back home while the dog mom and her adventurous dog go for a long walk that they both truly enjoy together, while the sound sensitive dog quietly naps at home relaxed. It's a win-win-win. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so let's quickly summarize what we talked about today. Life and partnership building can be so much easier when we shift our perspective and then take steps to really, truly listen to our dog. Sensitivity does not equal bad or wrong or flawed. And when someone thinks that our sensitivity needs to be fixed, that sensitivity actually escalates because we're getting cues of unsafe between us and the other person. So, how can you signal cues of safety and connection instead? Well, we do that with a mindset that shifts toward deeper understanding through empathy. When you change the way you think about your dog's behavior will start to change. Yeah, that's a good one. Personalities and how that influences behavior and our understanding of our dog's unique experience of the environment and felt safety and connection and protection can be a real game changer in our life with our dogs. If you don't already have it, please download the Ultimate Guide to Understanding Your Dog's Personality PDF and take the personality assessment quiz. And of course, the last summary point here is start making choices like the brilliant partner that you are. All right, so that's all I have for you today. I hope that you found this really helpful. Please share this episode with your dog mom friends. Leave a rating and review on your favorite podcast app. Leave a comment on the podcast player page. You have so many opportunities to help spread the Dancing Hearts message to dog moms everywhere around the world. All right, that's all I have. Have a great week with your dogs and be brilliant. See you next time. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for listening. And hey, if you would like to work with me so that I can help you discover the missing pieces you need so that you and your dog can finally be happy and enjoy life together, then head on over to dancingheartsdogacademy.com and request your invitation to join us in the Brilliant Partners Academy when the doors open for the next enrollment. See you next time, and remember, a brilliant partnership with your dog makes your whole life brilliant.